How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the markets had a red day today. We had the S&P go down 0.2%. The Dow barely went down. I guess you could say it broke even, but still, it registered a red day. We had the NASDAQ down 0.5% and the Russell down 0.7%. So we got to break down some stocks, some charts, my thoughts on the markets, plus more. So sit back, relax, hit the like button if you guys find value, and check out my Patreon down below if you want my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, link down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. So you guys can see, and I talked a little bit about this in my video earlier today, and quite frankly, we've been talking about this the past couple of videos. SPY is struggling right by that 4-hour 180 SMA, which we did see resistance at in the end of September and in the middle of September. And not to toot my own horn, but we called it out. We said there was going to be a little bit of a headwind here at about 441, 442, right by this main moving average. And you guys can see on the 5-day, 5-minute chart, we hit that point yesterday at about 441.68, and then we saw a bit of a sell-off throughout the latter half of the day yesterday, after market hours as well a little bit, pre-market hours today, and then we slowly at market open saw a pop, a little bit of choppiness as that jobs report came out, which you guys should go check out my video from earlier if you want to see my breakdown of the jobs report very briefly. We got the jobs report, some choppiness in the markets, and then we pretty much sold off for the rest of the day, and now we're down another 50 cents in the aftermarket hours. SPY's trading at 437.36, and it closed at 437.86. So at this point in time, again, we're seeing resistance here, and we could be going lower. The rally that we saw the past 2 days earlier this week could have been a bull trap, right? This could end up going, and by this I mean SPY, it could end up going down maybe to 430 again to test the lows from the end of September. Maybe we end up going down, who knows, maybe 426 to 428 again. So that's a bit worrisome to me, the fact that we failed breaking out of 442 right by the 180 SMA here. So I have multiple alerts, one at 443, one at 440.5, which I want to see if we end up breaking out of both of those levels. And then I have one on the bottom here at 430, which will alert me if SPY goes under 430. So expect more volatility, guys. That's the truth. Expect more volatility, more choppiness as we're within this range, and don't expect true direction, at least to the upside, until SPY starts taking out 440, 445, and I'm being very patient for exactly that. And if we look at QQQ, it's a lot of the same, right? We had a rally the past 2 days earlier this week, and now we're seeing a bit of a resistance right by the 180 moving average on the 4-hour chart, and I'm noticing a double top at about 365. We hit that on the 7th, being yesterday, and today the 8th we double top there. Now we're selling off a bit again. QQQ went down about 0.5%. So let me put some alerts here. I'm going to put one at 359. Actually, might as well just put it at 360. I'll put one at 360. Mark is at or below. So I want to see if we end up taking out this 50 moving average as support on the 4-hour chart, and we break under the low from the middle of August, hence why, again, that 360 alert's in place. And I'm going to put one at 366. Mark is at or above. So if we end up breaking out of the double top high and we start making a move towards that 370 level, which is right by the 180 moving average, I want to be alerted for that, because if we start breaking 370, that is where we could start getting a change in direction overall on QQQ. So drop me a comment, guys. What do you think? Let me know. I'd love to know, as always. And if you all are enjoying the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and let's try and do a like challenge. I know it's Friday. These videos on Friday typically don't get as many views, but can we get at least 150 likes? 150 likes? Let's see if we can do it. Hit the like button. And now let's talk about 7 stocks that I'm looking at in the markets right now as we're kicking off October and heading into the middle of October. So number 1 is AMAT, ticker symbol AMAT. also known as Applied Materials. I have an alert right now at $130 per share, which you guys can clearly see. 130 acted as support pretty much throughout June, July, August, a little bit in September as well, and a little bit in the beginning of October. But now we're trading at 130, or rather 126. So I want to see if AMAT is able to hold the uptrend, which as of now it is at a higher low at around 126. And more importantly, I want to see if it breaks out of 130. Hence why the alert's there, because that's a big resistance right now. And I believe if we start breaking 130 and the moving averages here on this 4-hour chart, Applied Materials could have a chance. Keyword is could, and I guess the other keyword is chance, right? Because nothing's definite, nothing's guaranteed. But we could start making a move back towards the level that we've gone to many times in the past, ever since, many times since we've broken above 130 in the past, we've gone to about 140, 145. So, yeah, I think AMAT, once 130 breaks, if it does, and we get mid-high 130s, it could be off to the races. So watch out for that one. Mara is another one that I'm looking at, ticker symbol MARA. This one up 3% on the day today, and it seems like it's breaking out, but not fully, because we're still within this wedge, but it is above both moving averages. So it's kind of like one step away from fully breaking out. And that's if it breaks above the moving averages and it breaks into the $40 level, which was resistance back in the end of April. So I'm going to put my alert on Mara at about $40 per share. And if you guys have been watching the crypto market, it's going crazy. Bitcoin today is at like 55K. Ethereum's like 3,500 or something like that. So, yeah, I think we're going to be breaking out on Mara next week. There's definitely potential for that. And the first target I do have, if it does break the wedge here and $40 per share, I think it could go 45, which was the high point in the beginning of September, about 1 month ago. So keep your eyes out on Mara. eBay is another one that I'm looking at, ticker symbol EBAY. We actually called this out, I think, 2 days ago when it was trading within this wedge. Now it broke out of the wedge. It's trading above the moving averages. We also broke above the high point from the middle towards the end of September at about $75. In fact, we closed above 75 and we almost got to 76 right before the market closed, about an hour and a half before the market closed. And you guys can see on this time frame how we closed above 75. So in my opinion, eBay is on its way now to $77, $78 per share, which was the high point in the end of, from the end of August. So yeah, watch out for it, guys. I'm going to put my alert on this one at $75.25. And geez, my freaking throat today, guys. Let me take a sip of this. I was going to say water. It's coffee. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee again. What else is new? So yeah, eBay, $75.25. If we break out of there, I'm thinking 78 is where we're going. IBM, which admittedly, it's not the sexiest company out there. Quite frankly, it's the farthest thing from the sexiest company out there. But I'm liking this overall breakout. You guys can see today it went up 1%, about $1.50. It's trading above both moving averages. It's trading out of this downwards wedge that it was in, or rather channel that it was trading within from June all the way throughout the end of September. And we're also seeing a golden cross. So this looks pretty solid to me, guys. And on top of that, we saw a big rally to 145 just 3-4 days ago, which admittedly it was a bit overbought there. And since that point, we pulled back from 145 to 140. And look at this. We actually double bottomed at about 141. You guys can see that right here. We did that. And with today's session, we're now breaking out. So we got the pullback within the overall breakout. We got the double bottom, and now we're breaking back out again. So this is a good sign that IBM wants to continue this rally. And heck, maybe it starts going back to test 145, maybe $146 per share. So keep your eyes out on IBM, and it probably could go above that. If it breaks the highs from a couple of days ago, we could be going back 150 plus on this stock. So, geez, I don't know how many times I'm going to clear my throat today, guys, but I think I'm better now. So, stock number, what is this, 5, 6? Doesn't matter. We're going to keep going. Is Cisco, CSCO. Cisco is holding the uptrend channel here on the 4-hour. You guys can see the stock has been cruising along the past couple of months. It hit a low of 43 back in February. It hit a high of 60 in the end of August. Now we're back down to 55. So we have corrected. We're in correction territory right now, down about 10%. And to me, at least, it looks like the uptrend is holding. Yep, you heard it right. The uptrend channel is holding right now. We had a decent day, I believe, yesterday. Today we consolidated. We had a 6-cent green day, which is really nothing for a $55 stock. And we're right by that 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which I believe if we break out of there at 55.50, maybe we get a little bit of a runway towards the mid. Well, we already are at the mid 50s. Maybe high 50s is where we could be going. 57, 58, and if this 180 moving average breaks on the 4-hour chart, which is right by 57, 58, we could be getting that leg up towards the 60s and completing the uptrend towards the top of the channel. So watch out for Cisco. I like it. Goldman Sachs is another one that I want to catch on the breakout, which is why I feel like I keep talking about this stock, because I don't want to miss the move, considering we're in this wedge on the 4-hour, higher lows, lower highs at the same time. And it looks like we're trying to break out. We had a 0.6% green day today. We're trading above the 50 moving average, but we're struggling at about 390, 395, right by that 180 moving average. And I think once Goldman Sachs could break out of 400 per share, I'm going to put my alert right there right now. That is where we're going to see a complete breakout in the stock. I think it's going to take off from there, and there could be upside, no kidding, towards all-time highs at that point, especially with banks in general doing very well. This it's lagging a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's lagging a little bit compared to JP Morgan. And don't get me wrong, these banks are not all the same. Goldman Sachs is a little bit different than Bank of America and JP Morgan, but you guys can see BAC is at all-time highs. JP Morgan, all-time highs. What's the other big one? Wells Fargo is probably not at all-time highs. It's decently close, I guess you can say, at least at the highs on this 4-hour chart. So keep your eyes out on Goldman Sachs and the banks in general. And the last one for today is Travelers, if I can say it right, companies, ticker symbol TRV. You guys can see this one, clear-cut resistance at $163 per share. Very obvious, right? We got hit there middle of March, early May, late May, and just as early as or recently as the end of August at 163. And what you're noticing is each time we've pulled back, we've held a higher low, right? Higher low was held at 145 in the middle of June, 147 in the end of July, just recently, end of September at 151, 152, early October, and now we're breaking out completely. We had a nice green day, I believe, 2 days ago, or that was actually yesterday and the day before that, and now we're trading above both moving averages on those nice green days that we recently just had. So I think Travelers companies has potential to go back up and test 163, which again, we tested that level about 4 or 5 times over the past couple of months, and we failed breaking out of there all of those times. So who knows? Maybe this could be the time we do break out, and in the meantime, we could make money from 157 and 163, which is about a 3% move there, and we'll see if it breaks out. And if it breaks out, this could start going high 160s, 170s, considering this is ultimately an ascending triangle pattern, at least the way I'm looking at it, which ultimately the way that plays out is we see a leg up, a huge breakout from the overall resistance, which in this case, again, is at 163. We break out of there, high 160s, low 170s, not too far-fetched. So I like TRV here, and to quickly recap all of the stocks that we mentioned, we talked about Applied Materials, Mara, eBay, IBM, Cisco, Goldman Sachs, a couple other banks as well. And just now, obviously, we just talked about TRV. And we could continue going on forever, guys, but it's Friday. I want to wrap it up. I want the video to be nice and concise today. So if you all found value, I hope you did, make sure to hit the like button. Let's try again to get at least 150 likes on this video. I challenge you guys, make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to keep up with the content. I really appreciate all of you out there for watching, subscribing. You guys are awesome. And feel free to check out my Patreon if you want my real-time buys, sells, call-outs, morning update videos, Discord access, literally everything I'm doing, I'm posting on Patreon. So check it out, link down below, or you guys can go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your $30 from M1 Finance, your 2 stocks from Webull. Those are linked right down below as well. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video, which I'll pop up right here, the one I made earlier about the jobs report. Check it out if you're interested. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching again. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, have a great weekend.